welcome to round one, back nine coverage of our feature card. Front nine was it was a good showing from Noah. Not as good from the rest of you, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Jesse?
I think it's all coming back to me in all the worst ways from seeing this right now, but you know, there's some good takeaways for everybody here.
Yeah, at the top of our leaderboard here, Jeremy Gauthier, -8, Willie Friesen and Eric Fast, -7. Noah Higgins on our feature card here, -6, tied with a few other people. See what we can get going on here for the back nine. Hole 10, 163 feet, par 3. This one should be pretty easy. However, there is an island. It's a Mando Island. You have to land it within the island. I believe it's a Circle 1 island.
It's about Circle 1 size, but I know even Noah was saying that he'd practiced this in the wind and that the ranging situation was going to be tough.
As you can see, a pretty clean scorecard there from Noah.
Flashing the chains on the skip. That's a great shot.
Jules also with a clean scorecard, but having a little trouble with his putter today.
Mm-hmm. He's got that putting berg out, I believe, that he's going to toss into the island.
It's nice. A little sawn up, but it should be okay. Those bergs are known for stopping.
Yeah. Velcro to the ground. I think that one's more than good. Ben with a little chop sidearm. Also flashing the chains.
Mm-hmm. See if Jesse can do the same.
Yeah, Rhino from me. Just trying to make sure I'm extra soft with it.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you land in the island, and you did. If you're away here. Oh.
I knew that was coming. Yeah, a little bit of bend. Maybe getting a little too casual with that one.
Ben.
Almost got the spit back.
Wasn't sure about that one.
Julian's still kind of giggling about Ben's reaction. And he... Yeah, we're putting on a great
rough. Yeah. The putting woes continue. I'm sure that's what you're talking about in that sequence there.
I think Ben was engaging in some friendly banter based on how I remember the round.
Hole 11, 302 feet, par 3. A couple trees and a mound here in front of the basket. But you guys should, again, 300 feet, fairly wide open for the most part. Should be no trouble, especially for Noah here.
Yeah, this one a little downhill. As you can see, the right side's more guarded, but Noah opting for his comfort shot. Backhand goes deep with the trees, lands him at circle's edge.
Ben going with the forehand here, also with a clean card here. No bogeys.
I think he just kind of gets the nose up and fluffs that one. Puts him in a very difficult spot behind the guardian trees.
Let's see if Jules can make the correction. Looks like he's going backhand.
Yeah, definitely. Jules is a backhand expert, if there ever was one.
Gets that a little low here.
And it just flips up a bit too much.
As you could hear that looks really good.
Didn't quite get the skip I wanted out of it, but yeah. Finally getting one off the tee that I wanted.
Challenging look for Ben here.
I think he's going up and over. Yep.
Hard to say where that landed, but there it is right there.
Julian a little obstructed here, having to go to straddle stance, which, wow.
Put some spin on that one.
You know what, just splashing off to the right, but out of the hand, maybe one of the better looking putts Julian's had this round.
Here's Jesse making that one look good. And Noah getting the birdie.
Yeah, business as usual for Noah.
Let's see if Jules can get his par here.
Looking like he's gone away from that bird. Making good with his new putter.
Yeah. And it looks like Ben taps it in as well. Hole 12, 628-foot par 4. This one does end on a little bit of a mound, and there is some tricky out of bounds here in the middle of the fairway.
Yep, this is another mound. Just staying away from that clump of tree parts and things because it is a little OB island. Not terribly long for a par 4 and not difficult to get away from the obstacle there.
Well,
Noah
there you
tells you
go.
right there.
Is that second one too far to reach?
No.
No.
It's probably 500. Like if you have a big arm, you could get there, but
This one is a par 4, so that don't need to get there in one throw, obviously.
No, and with us teeing off, no one's trying to take a 628-foot drive. Although I do know Julian has broken that 600-foot mark before. And you can see generates so much power on just like a one-step throw. It's very compact. I'm just trying to throw this one into the hillside. Yep.
And that's looking really good. That's a nice approach from Jesse.
I'm enjoying it when my game plan works.
Yeah.
This is something overstable from Julian here. A zone, I believe.
And that's a great shot. Like you guys both did there, that's the play. You have to land it at the bottom of the hill and let it skip up. If you get it too high, it can hit the top of the hill and skip over. Kind of like what Ben did here. He got his little wide out to the right.
If I remember right, Ben's doesn't end up going over, but it sticks on top, and it gives him kind of a tricky downhill putt.
Noah having trouble with that footing there.
Yeah, the grass, you do want to land in the shortcut grass or throw a standstill if you can.
He's still parked, though. Here's Ben, like you mentioned, on top of the hill. Just not quite getting the height. It's a good smile from Jesse. It's hard to knock that smile off your face. That's a couple birdies in a row now. That's great.
Yeah, just trying to right the ship a little bit. You can see the release isn't cranked over anymore.
Yeah.
But I must be smiling because I've got my toque hair, and I'm looking so goofy with what's going on top of my head there. I'm loving it.
Let's take a look at our scoreboard here. Willie Friesen on the top here at neg 10. Noah Higgins and Jeremy Gauthier, neg 9. Not far behind. Connor McLeod, Eric Fast, neg 8. Thomas, Liam, Andrew, Anthony, all at neg 7. And Ryan Watson rounding out our top 10 at neg 6. Hole 13 is a 528 par 4. Another longer shot for you guys. What's the approach on this one?
Unfortunately, a lot of these holes blend together for me because it was such an open field, but now that I'm seeing it, you can see the white flags going. There's a giant OB island in the middle that sits right around 400 feet. That's going to make lower power players kind of prohibitive. Well, they will chip up to about 350. You can also throw to the left side against the fence. The fence itself is OB, but it's safe over there. I landed just inside of it, got my skip up to the other side. Julian definitely got the power to go across, and he will. Shout out to our spotter there, Kevin King.
And his daughter.
And his daughter, yeah. Local guy here to the East Kootenays. Ben getting some flex on that one.
Looks like he's definitely got the distance.
Yeah,
That's
well
looking
over.
really good. Here's Jesse's approach.
Yeah, just a comfort shot for me, Rhino Heiser. Noah, you can see that the wind is kind of knocking these guys down.
Yeah. But it should be pretty easy, like you said. With these guys' power, like they leaves nothing for the approach. So.
All these shots were 110 to 80, 70 feet away.
These are must-get birdies.
Yeah, when you've got the softer par fours with nothing in the way, you feel a bit silly when you haven't gotten them, but not an issue for our group.
You did hear that wind pick up a little bit, so that could prove to be challenging, especially in this open field for the next few holes. Like we said, everyone tapping in their birdies.
star frame.
You just heard it there, star frame for the card. Hole 14, 344 feet, par 3. There's a couple trees right in the middle of the fairway. Go around them.
Yeah, this is another one. Believe these trees are planted, so they're quite small and in little cages. Again, very hard to kind of gauge the distance if you haven't played it, relying on the semi-inaccurate tee signs here.
Noah making good on his drive.
Park, dude. That's park.
Jesse. Oh,
This one
get
ended up
some-
being a bit long. That was
Yeah.
instinct from me.
Getting some weird ground play off the end there too.
The ground play is always weird. If you catch the short grass, you're happy. If you catch the long grass, it's grabbing. If you get the hard pack, it skips. If you get the chips around the basket, it skips. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Julian's drive good while I was talking. And Ben, if I remember right, going to the big stick, throwing a boss, and just trying to get it
Oh,
as high and as hyzered and out of the way of the obstacles as possible.
you can hear that wind. Maybe playing tricks on the putting here.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was enough to make you think about it and might have been your own thinking that hurt your putt. Julian
Right there.
putting with the zone.
Another different putter.
Yeah, putting with the zone, maybe, again, just correcting for that wind.
It's obviously talking about some odd chain play.
Yeah, the linked chains in the center of these T2 baskets sometimes give you reactions you're not used to if you've played more unconventional baskets.
Hole 15 shouldn't be a problem. 287-foot par 3 on a mound. So you have to play it a little bit higher, but like we said earlier, just play it to the bottom of that mound and let it skip up as much as you can.
Yeah, slightly uphill because of the mound.
And Noah looks like he's gets it on top to the left. Probably didn't quite play that the way he wanted to, but possibly that's a product of this wind that has picked up a little bit.
Yeah, leaving mine a little bit right. Rock 3 from me. But Julian will probably get more hyzer, more spike on this if I had to guess. Yep.
And that's
Perfectly
looking
thrown.
really good. Ben up next year.
Yeah, Ben and I, having not really played the course, relying on the local knowledge of Noah to understand how the course is played.
Ben takes this one, burns it a little to the right here.
Yeah, a Banshee from him, so I know he's intending to play a little bit of flex, but maybe a bit too much.
Oh, hits that cage.
Another cage. We have made some beautiful music off this cage today as a group. Such beautiful, beautiful music we've made.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Noah making that one look easy with the birdie. See if Jesse can get his comebacker, gets it to drop.
Jules taps in. For all the putting woes that Jules has had, he's got a pretty good score going on. 7 down is no slouch.
And you see Ben there tapping in his par. Took him a little bit of time to get that one going. But we are running through hole 15 here. Noah at the top, neg 12, Willie Friesen and Eric Fast at neg 11. Connell and Jeremy, Connell at neg 10, Jeremy, Thomas at neg 9, and the rest of the leaderboard there at neg 8. Hole 16 is a 287-foot par 3, a tree on the left here. One of those little guys that is going to grow in eventually, but should be no problem for Noah here.
Yeah, slightly downhill on this one. Can't wait for these trees to grow in.
Yeah.
And maybe add a couple more trees, because when you have this type of blank slate for a course, it's really the limit is your imagination and time waiting for the trees to grow.
Jules making the correction, maybe overcorrecting a little bit off of Noah's drive there.
Probably expecting just a bit more skip. Like, that's how wide you would leave that shot,
That's true.
On any other course.
And Jesse making that one look really good, right between the two.
Yep. This is rock 3 from me. Comfort
playing
disc
this
I'd thrown for a long time at that time.
Playing that one a little wide and doesn't quite get there.
Long putt for Noah. But if his previous putts are anything to go off, should be no issue. Yep.
There
Another
you
main
go,
putt.
right there. You can tell he's used to putting in this wind.
Mine ending up further than it looked on camera.
Yeah.
Just low from Ben as well.
You can hear the gunshots in the background. Jules taking his time.
Good.
That's hard to watch. That looked like it was in the center of the chains and just put too much spin on it. And
Yeah, maybe just a little bit short, so it was hyzering across the face of the chains at that time. Boy, my hair is something else that day. I'm loving it.
hole 17, 300 foot even, par 3. This one again, just probably a wide hyzer to the right. There is OB long, so just got to take a little bit off, and obviously to the left here.
Yep, playing up to the fence line for the OB. And Noah leaving it a little bit left, but again, not getting a big skip, so it works out all right.
Yeah, and he hasn't had trouble with those ones that he puts out to the left and a little long. Seems to be his money range for the putts.
And that's left from Julian.
That is wide to the left.
Yeah, trying to correct off the other guys a little bit here. Just a bit short.
Yeah. See if Ben can make the correction.
Short as well, but yeah, really well thrown shot from Ben there.
Yeah, that was the right line. Yeah, that's another cage
Another
for Jules.
cage. The cage. We're the cage gang today. Except for Noah. He's the making putts gang, and boy, would I rather be part of that gang.
Yeah. Widening that margin on the scoreboard so far. And you can hear Jesse saying that's a right miss. That was not on commentary. That was live.
Yeah, I don't miss right too often, and I remember trying to line up dead center to left. And yeah, the expression said it all. Good basket.
Hole 18, par 3, 405 feet. A little bit longer of a par 3. The basket is on a mound, and there is OB to the left here. And I believe this hill that this basket is on is a little bit taller than the other ones have been.
And spoilers, the most heartbreaking shot I've ever seen happen. Nah, maybe not I've ever seen happens on this hole, so buckle up.
Let's see if Noah can keep that scorecard clean. Wide to the left again. He's at the bottom of the hill. That'll be a hard birdie putt.
And the hill is a bit more of a ridge, so you go over the backside quite easily. Boss from Ben, we all know he can get there, but we're all throwing hyzers, trying not to go long in an awkward way off the top. And oh, wow, what a shot from Ben.
Very close. So here's Jules. Heard it from Noah.
Just a bit short. Trying to get that kind of pinpoint accuracy land on top. But I go way short.
Yeah.
Just trying to get it to settle up on top. Yeah. Well in Noah's range here. And I think that was a layup based on his reaction.
Yeah. Here's Jules.
Jules
the
for
long
birdie.
birdie attempt. Oh, hits
And
that cage.
Bergs are meant to sit down. And I remember this very vividly. It does not sit down.
And he hits the cage again.
Yeah. The Cage Gang Orchestra making music again. Ben makes good on his birdie.
Rick, that was like, is that a dude? That was like that's a good calf workout there. Yeah. Standing on those lumps.
Heard Ben calf workout talking about the bunch grass.
Cage Gang. Gang.
Ouchies.
Thanks so much for catching the conclusion of round 1 of the 2022 Spring Runoff. Keep your eyes on Park Pro's YouTube channel for round 2 coverage coming soon.
And that will be brought to you by Matt and Jeremy, who is on the lead card for that round 2. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.